Hello, I'm Angel. I've decided to choose a problem from Chapter 7, break it even, and leverage analysis. I am doing the first problem from the end of the problems. I have included a screenshot here of the thing that I will be doing. I will be doing A through E, so I'll be answering all of the questions here on top of a couple of the things that I want to include on here. So here we're just gone ahead and done just the basic. I will pause the video here and just add the assumptions real quick, and then I'll just be back with the rest. Just coming back here, we're just gonna go ahead and start with the formulas here, which is just going through the income statement as we go on. Five, fixed operating costs. Seven, that's just that. Taxes is what is taxes? Then multiply that by percentage, and then finally my net income is this. So to answer the first question, as you can see, our uh, we are not profitable for the first line. So for this, we're not profitable. We are currently holding a negative. And the next thing I did want to add just below it is a profitability section here, where basically I just want to include an if statement that tells us when it's profitable, when we're not profitable, and when we finally break even. Mm, And then since we do want to add another one, we do want to add a nested. We include equals to 0.01. And then we have our break even. And now okay, we spelled that. Okay. So as you can see here, we are not profitable because we are negative. So let's say we were to change this to 18, it does change over to profitable. So it does work, and we will see it does continue to work um, later on. So moving on to the next part of the portion, which is just calculating the break-even point. So let me just pause this real quick and just get this whole thing set up. So going back into the next portion, portion B of this, we simply want to calculate this, which is going to be we get fix this, and then over here, simply do this, and multiply that. So here it would take about 4,167 units in order to break even. Now, when we're going into dollars, we will do this instead, which then gives us the dollar amount that we need to break even, which is 70,833. So that answers portion B of this. So how many pies would miscellaneous need to sell? So here we're gonna have 20,000, and that is the target number. So simply, in order to solve this, in order to find the required pies, we just go ahead and oops, 4, so 5. and we get 7,500 pies required in order to achieve our EBIT of 20,000. And then, so use the goal seek. So in order to find out the selling price per pie that miscellaneous needs to find to break even, we go ahead and go into our data section over here. We're going to what if goal seek, and we are going to set the sell right here. And our value is going to be 0. So we have to change our selling price, of course. So once we do that, we do break even, and the if statement, it does come to in handy. As we can see here, it tells us that we have broken even. So just going back, that is the goal seek part, so that answers D. So now to calculate our ratios over here, we're going to go ahead and go to that. So the higher we can see that the more the selling price is affected. And over here, divide it by this. And then finally, oops, whoops, this minus or multiply by this, which gives us our ratios for the new pie line. So something else that I did want to add to this is going to be a scenario manager. So if we go over here and we do our selling price, this way we can see the best case for miscellaneous as well as the worst case, and as well as just simply comparing it to the current case that she has going on for her, and as well as her units sold. And finally, the net income. Okay, so now we have that. We're gonna go over to Scenario Manager, and we're going to create our worst case by changing the selling price, the variable cost, and the units sold. So our selling price, so instead of $17, we will be selling at $15. The variable cost will end up increasing, and the amount we sell does also decrease. So now we want to do our base case, which is what we have right now, so we don't have to do much. Go over to the best case. So this is the best scenario we can come up with. We see the selling price is now $19. Our variable cost goes down per pie to $10, and we end up selling 6,000 instead. So now we can see, now if we show, boom, we are not profitable in our worst case. In our base case, we continue to not be profitable. Our best case, however, we do end up becoming profitable due to the net income. So we can also do this in the summary. We do change this over here. And on our final scenario summary, we can compare everything all together instead of having to change. And we see here that our best case is when we become profitable, as well as we saw that before, that it doesn't have to be $19. It could also be anything above really $17.50. So if we just go back to the best case and edit it, we can change it to, let's say, $18. And if we keep everything the same, we see that even though everything is stayed the same, the best case, we see that our best case, which is end up being the current value at the moment, we do end up getting a net income of $2,250. So that answers all the problems. As you can see here, we have calculated everything.